Getting done pretty much anything when you have young ones at home, it can be a little bit challenging. Well, Coach Keevan from Orangetheory Fitness knows that all too well. Keevan, who do you have at home, you and your wife?
Yeah, so my wife and I, we've got a couple of little ones as well. So it's been a challenge to do anything productive at all while parenting. We've got a little baby who was actually on this last broadcast with me last month, and then I'm going to try to see if I can sneak down our 3-year-old Ruby. But two kids and exercise don't go hand in hand very well.
And thanks to all of you, though. Orange Theory Fitness continues to orangetheoryathome.com. I've heard from a lot of people who have said, we've loved it. It's a free service that you continue to offer. It's a new workout every single day. And you make it so that people can find items around their house. But I mean, Kevin, how have you and your wife, I mean, she's a kindergarten teacher. So, how have you and your wife been able to make it work? Because you've continued to do what you do, but remotely.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's right. It's something to speak on in terms of technology. The things that we're working with these days makes a lot of things possible. So I think now that all of us have our backs against the ropes, it's been really interesting to see that from that standpoint, just how technology keeps things going. But at the same time, yeah, just trying to carve out time. This is something we were talking about on our Orange Theory Middletown post recently with some of the members. It's just, how do you schedule your time? How do you structure your time? Of course, there's going to be a handoff at some point where somebody has to get work, maybe your spouse or something. Got to share in that responsibility. So to be able to keep these things going, it really has been about being efficient, carving out a little bit of time, and just making sure that you're really focused for that time that you are doing your exercise.
When it comes to Orange Theory Fitness opening your doors, all of you are doing that June 1st. So what is that going to look like?
Really good question. It's in a nutshell, we're doing everything we can to make sure that we stay safe as a community, right? We protect our members. We protect every single person who steps foot through the door by doing literally everything we possibly can to abide by CDC recommendations and guidelines. So at this case, we're going to be, temperature checks at the door, for us as well as for members. Any elevated temperature, you're going to politely be asked not to enter the studio for the good of everybody. We'll be wearing masks. We'll cut our class sizes down quite a bit. We'll just try to do what we can to make sure that there's some healthy distance between everybody. But with masks on, we're still going to be working out, still doing a lot of the same things we always do. Just doing it. It's going to look a little bit different.
Absolutely. Just like everything else in life right now. That's for
Right.
sure. Now, speaking of working out, what do you have for us?
We try to do a lot of exercises, especially for these at-home workouts, utilizing household objects. The most important thing right now is that these are all things that are doable from home. We can all stay healthy from home. That said, not everybody has a home gym. And we definitely allude to that. We respect that. And we understand that. I've been in for over a decade in the fitness industry. I personally don't have a home gym. So we understand that. What I'm going to be using today to do this exercise is a backpack. It doesn't have to be a backpack. It can be any bag of any kind. It can be an object that probably weighs something over 10 pounds is a good recommendation I would give you. I'm going to use a backpack specifically because I know that you can always unzip it, add weight to it, add objects. Vice versa, you can always just take things out, right? So a little heavier, a little lighter. What I'll be doing for you today is showing you an exercise. It's called a goblet squat. With this squat, it's going to be a really good squat to introduce to those folks who maybe are not real versed with squatting. Maybe you're not real comfortable squatting, and maybe you don't have a lot of experience squatting. So what I'll be doing here is just showing you this goblet squat with this backpack utilized as our weight. That said, Angie, I want to make sure I'm in this frame and that you can actually see me pretty well here.
We can.
So I will take a big step back.
Okay.
Can you see me decently?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, amazing. So what I'll do, make sure my feet are in this frame as well. So what I'm going to have you do is go ahead and grab that backpack or any kind of bag, again, just an object, hold it against your chest. The first thing you're going to do is just make sure you're standing really tall. Your chest is out, your shoulder blades are together. What this does is by stabilizing this weight, you're actually already engaging your upper body. You're working your upper back. So you're going to get stronger here in the upper back. You're going to start working your core as you hold that weight right in front of your body as well. So what we'll do with our lower body, by holding this here, we're going to go ahead and put our feet about shoulder width apart. Our toes are going to be pointed slightly out. And we're going to slowly start to just lower our hips, almost as if you're sitting down and back into a chair. As you come down about 90 degrees in the knees or so, coming right back up. Another thing that you can really emphasize here is just making sure your core is tight Abs are tight and back is flat the entire way. So keeping a lot of engagement in your core, safe on the lower back.
Okay, Kevin, I cheated because I'm still seated, like literally seated. So I'm watching you because I'll go back and try this when I'm able to do so and put my workout clothes on. Having that weight in front of you, does that help things or does that make them harder?
Great question. Great question. It does. It makes it harder. So there's a couple ways you could do this. By having that weight in front of your body, what you're actually doing is you're loading up more weight on your core as you hold this here, right? So the weight against your chest, it's actually making your abdominals work a little harder just to be able to sustain that weight. At the same time, you're also working your upper body and upper back. So it's not just a lower body exercise. By throwing in what we call a goblet squat rather than just a body weight squat, by having that goblet there, having some kind of hold in front of your body, you're going to work your full body. So yeah, it does a little bit more there.
And so when you say goblet, I mean, I'm going to think adult beverage, but really goblet, we're thinking of holding something in front of us.
Yeah, it's the style of squat, right? Fitness terms, if anything, we'll throw out the jargon. I'm just trying to give you some kind of industry standard term here, but we use these a lot at Orangetheory actually, and it's pretty industry wide. It's a pretty standard movement there.
Well, I like the visual of that though, but you're holding in something in front of you, and the fact that you're working so many different aspects of your body.
Absolutely. It's a full body exercise. It's great. What I would recommend on this, right? So there's a couple different things. One, if you'd like to just drop the weight, you could of course just take that into a lower body movement by doing a body weight squat. Okay, so that's one option you could particularly use. You could also cut down the range of motion a little bit as well if you have any kind of concerns there in your knee, any orthopedic concern you have, knee, hip, otherwise. You can always cut the range of motion down. If you want to make this a little bit harder, you could add more weight. And so you want to add a little bit more weight to the backpack. Another option you could use, or we'll call this a challenge because it's definitely going to be a little bit harder. Grab that toddler hanging around. I got a toddler right here. She happens to have her workout clothes on already. What are the chances, right? What are the odds? So let's just say you have a toddler around and you want to do this movement and you still have to parent and you got to be efficient with your time and you're thinking, how do I do both at once? Get creative, right? Come here. Let's try this. So let's just say, for example, you've got an overzealous 3-year-old. This is Ruby Rose here. She's actually going to help you with this. We're going to do the exact same movement just by making sure that we are still holding our shoulder blades together, still practicing good posture here. We're going to do the same thing, same exact movement. Feet shoulder width apart, toes pointed slightly out. We're dropping down. We're still keeping our chest out and a very vertical spine. As you come up and down, of course, Ruby's having a blast. This is probably the most fun we've had all day. And then by the time you're done with about 10 reps there, you're going to be tired. She clearly has not done all the work, so we'll let her get her squats in here shortly.
I was going to say, Kevin, you're going to be tired.
Oh, not absolutely. Absolutely. She's full of energy.
You. Oh, Ruby, you can join us on Great Day Live absolutely anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
That is fantastic. All right, Kevin, we always love having you on the show. That's for sure. Looking forward to, I know the community, I mean, again, people have been enjoying these at-home workouts, what the partnership that you all have had with WHS 11 and Great Day Live, and watching all of you. I want her energy. That's what I want right now.
You guys are Orangetheory workout every day.
Ah, what a champ. But then, of course, June 1st. And so people will have an opportunity, if they're not members already, to come and enjoy that tremendous community that you all have.
It is. I really appreciate you mentioning that. Yeah, June 1st, we're going to open doors and we're going to give this a shot. Try to establish a new normal. But the most important thing is just having that community aspect, being able to encourage each other and, continue to make each other happy and healthy.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know where Ruby Rose went. I'm looking around you, but bye, Ruby. Oh, she hightailed it out of there.
Well, I was going to say, I don't think she got tired. That never happens. But here, she's going to come back and say goodbye to you.
Goodbye.
Would you say thanks for having me?
Thanks for having me.
Oh, bye, Ruby. Thanks so much. For those of you at home who want to enjoy that, sorry, the wonderful toddler is not included, but you can try all these different workouts and exercises. Just visit orangetheoryathome.com.